Hello and welcome to Yoga Flow with Monica. I am Monica and today I prepared this class to build our strength. So we're going to go through well familiar poses, nothing tricky, but we're going to stay a little bit longer in those poses. So we're going to start in seated. First just grounding into the practice, into the mat for a second. Start breathing through your nose. Inhaling and exhaling through the nose. You can close your eyes if you wish. If you prefer to have them open, it's totally fine as well. Couple more breaths here. Relaxing your facial muscles, neck, shoulders. Observing how you feel. Try to remember how your body feels in the beginning of the practice so you can compare the benefits of the practice at the end of the class. Excellent. Slowly open the eyes and we're gonna come to the top of the mat. So just come into standing position. Come to the top of the mat. Observe how you feel. Spine is strong, the belly and bum is not sticking out. So trying to find that neutral spine which feels comfortable. Arms next to you, active arms, active legs. You can have legs together or a little bit separated, but no more than hip distance apart. Looking straight in front of you. 2 more breaths here in mountain pose. Excellent. We're gonna go through sun salutation A, just staying a little bit longer in the plank. So when you're ready, inhale, raise the arms up. Maybe look towards the ceiling or the sky. Exhale, fold forward and down. Relax the head. Inhale, halfway lift, spine and neck comes parallel to the floor. You can bring your arms a little bit higher if you need it. Exhale, release the both palms to the floor and step both legs to the back of the mat. And we're gonna stay here for 5 breaths. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. 3 more. You can release the knees if you need now, but still try to keep that nice length of spine. Last one. Now we all gonna release the knees down. We're gonna start bending into the elbows and release it down to the floor. And tuck the toes. Lift yourself up into mini cobra. Engage the legs, shoulders away from the ears, looking in front. Exhale down, tuck the toes, push yourself away from the mat and up into downward dog, where we're gonna stay for 5 breaths as well. So you can keep the knees bent for the first one, just trying to lengthen through your spine. So lifting the tailbone as high as you can, fingertips spreading wide, claw through the fingers and knuckles. That will release the pressure from your wrists. 2 more breaths. 1 more. Looking to the front of the mat, stepping or walking your legs in between the palms. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, raise your arms up and overhead. Palms together, Samastiti. Observing how you feel. Inhale, exhale. Make sure the spine is still neutral. And we're gonna repeat again. When you're ready, inhale, raise the arms up, overhead. Exhale, down, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. You can bring your arms over your shins or even over your thighs to open the chest. Exhale, release both palms down. Step both legs to the back of the mat. We're gonna repeat the plank, but up to 6 breaths. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhaling 3. Try to stay here. Only if you really need, you release your knees down to the floor. And if you release your knees down, make sure you still have that nice line from the crown of the head to your knees. Last breath here. Release the knees down or not. Start bending into the elbows, relaxing down to the floor and tucking the toes. Inhaling, maybe lifting into tiny bit higher cobra. Exhale down, tuck the toes. Peel yourself away from the floor. Downward dog, 6 breaths here. Inhaling, exhaling, trying to open the chest and the shoulders, lifting the coccyx up. Couple more breaths. You can start lengthening the legs out as well if you want, having them a little bit straighter, but make sure you don't jeopardize your back, so the back has to stay lengthened. 2 more breaths here. 1 more. And look to the front of the mat. Walk or step both feet in between the palms. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, release it down. Inhale, raise your arms up and overhead, palms together. Release the palms in front of the heart, Samasthiti. Observing how you feel. I know it's a little bit more challenging because we're staying a little bit longer in the poses. But that's how you build the strength. Your muscle strength and mental strength as well. Your willpower. We're gonna do once more. And we're gonna try to stay for 7 in the plank for 7 breaths. So when you're ready, inhale. Raise your arms up. Exhale, start diving forward and down. Uttanasana. Inhale, halfway lift, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, plant both palms to the floor. Walk your legs out into the plank pose, and we're gonna stay here for 7 breaths. Looking down to the floor, neck is relaxed. 2. 3. Legs are active. 4. Making sure you're not sticking the bum towards the ceiling. 5. You're not releasing too much your hips down to the floor either. 1 more breath here. And then with the knees down or not, bend into the elbows, release it down and tuck the toes. Inhale, lift yourself up into cobra. Exhale, release it down. Tuck the toes, push yourself away from the floor and up in the downward dog. 7 breaths here. Try to find comfortable position. Inhaling and exhale. This pose, once you practice more, becomes your resting pose. 4 more breaths here. 3 more. Find the peace in your mind, in your body. Just 1 more breath. Look to the front of the mat. Walk or step or jump in between the palms. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, release it down. Inhale, raise your arms up and overhead, palms together, and release it in front of the heart, Samasthiti. Observing how you feel. You should feel a little bit warmer, a little bit stronger. Inhale and exhale. And then we're gonna release the arms down and we're gonna open the legs wide. So we're opening the legs wide and we're bringing the right leg to look towards the short edge of the mat, and back leg is straight. Opening the arms parallel to the floor, kind of bringing that hip back a little bit, so the left hip goes back a little bit. Try to reach in front and then release where you can, coming into triangle pose, looking towards the ceiling or the sky if it's comfortable on your neck. If not, you can just look in front of you. Inhale and exhale. 3 more breaths here in triangle pose, trying to open the chest, bringing your body in line. Shoulders relaxed, facial muscles relaxed. Both legs are straight, but knees are not overlocked. 1 more breath. Then look down to the floor. Without changing your left arm, just bend into the right knee and come into side angle. Bring the arm in line with your ear if you wish, the left arm in line with your left ear. And lengthen through the arm and through the left leg. Find that nice straight line. Keep breathing. Keep opening the chest. 3 more breaths here. 2 more. Last one. Engage abdominals. Come up. Bring both big toes to look into each other. And then bring the palms over the hips and just fold forward and down, relaxing into wide-legged forward fold. Inhaling and exhaling. 1 more breath here before moving to the left side for triangle pose and side angle. Excellent. Bring the palms over the hips, lift yourself up. And then now bring the left toes to look towards the back of the mat. Right leg stays where it is, engaged. Both legs are straight, arms parallel to the floor. Kind of shift your hips back a little bit, reach to the front of the mat, and then release it down into triangle pose. On the left side, 5 breaths here, both legs engaged and strong. As I mentioned, if it's not comfortable on your neck, it's totally fine to look in front. Just don't look down, because most likely you're gonna start rounding the spine. It happens naturally. Our body moves where our gaze goes. Inhale and exhale. 2 more here. Last one. Now look down to the floor. Start bending into that left knee, releasing the palms to your left palm to the floor or to the ankle, and reaching through the right arm towards the ceiling or the sky, or bring that arm in line. Just make sure that you make a nice straight line all the way from your right feet to your right fingertips, and opening up. That's the same on this pose. If you can, look towards the ceiling or the sky, or just in front of you. Keep breathing. 3 more breaths here. Opening up, not collapsing over that left thigh. Last breath. Engage your abdominals. Lift yourself up. Square the legs again. So both feet facing towards the front. Bring the palms over your hips. Puff the chest a little bit. Fold forward and down. Try to keep your spine straight. Releasing the palms more or less in line with your feet. If your legs are straight, you can shift your weight high a bit towards the toes and relax it here. Inner thighs engaged. Imagine you keeping something in between them and you're not wanting to let it fall. Inhale. Exhale, 2 more. With the next inhale, halfway lift. So come with the straight spine. And then bring the palms over your hips and lift yourself up into standing position. Then look to the front of the mat and walk or step your feet together. Bring the palms in front of the heart, Samastiti. Observing again how you feel. Just pausing for a second. One more breath here. With the next inhale, raise your arms up towards the ceiling. Exhale, forward fold, releasing down. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, both palms to the floor. Step your feet out. Plank pose. Just one breath here. Then start bending into the elbows. Remember, elbows always next to your body. Releasing down, untucking the toes. Lifting yourself up tiny bit into cobra or maybe a bit higher, whatever feels better. Make sure your lower spine is not hurting. Releasing down, tuck the toes, push yourself away from the floor and lift up into downward dog. Inhale and exhale here. 2 more. Really lengthening through the spine. Tailbone lifting as high as it can. And legs gently and slowly straightening as well. Then we're gonna bend into the knees, release the knees to the floor, and tuck the toes, and relax for a second. Into child's pose. So releasing our forehead to the mat, releasing our glutes towards the heels, and arm stays in front of your head, just relaxed as well on the mat. One more breath here. Excellent. We're slowly lifting up a little bit. We're gonna come onto forearms. You can grab your elbows. This is the more or less the distance which you should keep. That will help you to engage a little bit more your shoulders. Interlacing the palms, tucking the toes, and we're gonna lift into dolphin pose. So lift yourself up. Imagine that you're coming into downward dog, but on forearms. You can walk yourself in a little bit, depending how it feels. And just staying here. Very important thing is not collapse into the shoulders. So shoulders engaged. Push away from the mat with your elbows, your forearms, even your palms. Stay here. Head is relaxed. Keep breathing. 3 more breaths in dolphin pose. 2 more. Last one. Then we're gonna start walking the legs out, coming into dolphin plank or forearm plank. Just stay here for 5 breaths as well. Building that strength within your body. Powering up that willpower. You can do this. Just 3 more breaths here. Keeping a nice straight spine, as well as the glutes are in line with the spine. Everything in the nice line. Last breath. Then release the hips down and tuck the toes and open up into Sphinx pose. So keeping your elbows just above your shoulders. If that hurts your back, you can bring the elbows a little bit to the front to release the pressure from your lower back. If it's okay to have elbows underneath the shoulders, stay there. Engage the legs a little bit and start opening the chest. So bringing the shoulders away. We're not rounding them. We're trying to open them up. Trying to bring the shoulder blades together, looking just in front. Two more breaths here. Last one. And then release it down. Bring the palms next to your body. Tuck the toes. Come onto all fours. And then we're just gonna shift, okay? So we're gonna come into seated. So just come any way you like. Come into seated. Extend the legs first. Try to keep them as straight as possible. Tuck the toes towards you. And then bring the arms or the fist next to your body, kind of in line with your torso, okay? And we're trying to open the shoulders, bring the shoulder blades together, look straight in front of you, and come into a perfect L shape. Of course, if you have very tight hamstrings, you might need to bend the knees a little bit, okay? Just very important to keep that spine straight. And stay here, looking in front, finding that strength in your body. Feel how this simple pose like this can require strength as well. Keep breathing. Two more breaths here. One more. And we're gonna lay down now, so just relax. Lay down on the floor. We're gonna finish with some abdominal work before relaxing in Shavasana. So bring the legs up towards the ceiling. This is one of my favorites for abdominals. So bringing the legs up quite straight, or it can be a little bit bent. And we're very slowly releasing down right leg while keeping the left up. The one important thing to keep in mind that your lower spine is not arching when you do that. So you can always bring your fingertips underneath your lower back and just kind of monitor. Once your spine starts arching, just stop and come back up. So it means that you can't lower more, okay? So we're gonna do this 5 times on both sides. Very slowly when you're ready. Exhaling, lowering down as slow as you can. Inhaling up. Opposite leg. Inhaling. Exhaling. Right leg, inhale. Lengthen. Exhale, up. Left leg. Inhale. Down. Exhale. Up. Opposite leg, inhale. Slowly lengthen the breath up. Switch, inhale. Exhale. Twice more on both sides. You might start shaking. Inhale. Your growing area as well might be a little bit tender. Switch. Inhaling, lengthening, exhaling, up. Last time. I'm shaking. It's totally fine. That's how you build the strength. You don't give up, then things get harder. Last leg. And then bend your legs, bring into your chest. You can even hug them. Observing how you feel. 2 more breaths here with the hugged knees into your chest. 1 more. And then we're gonna release the legs to the floor. We're gonna bring the soles of the foot together and open the knees wide to the sides. Just kind of releasing the tension in your growing. Opening the inner thighs. Stay here for 2 breaths. Inhaling, exhaling, relax everything. 1 more. Then bring the legs into each other And shift your hips tiny bit towards the left side. Release your knees towards the right, coming into very, very gentle twist. You can open your arms out wide into a T if you wish, or just keep them around your belly. Looking towards the left side, so opposite side from your knees. Inhaling, exhaling. The chest should be facing towards the ceiling or the sky as well. We're twisting only through the middle torso area. One more breath. And then engage abdominals. Lift your knees back to the center. Now shift the hips towards the right side and release the knees towards the left. Again, looking towards the right side, opposite side from the knees. And taking deep inhales and exhales into your belly. Couple more breaths here. Relax everything. One more. Engage abdominals. Bring the knees to the center. And then we're gonna start relaxing into Shavasana. Sorry, I have loads of ants on my mat. So we're just gonna relax into Shavasana. Start straightening your legs out. Opening your palms to face towards the ceiling or the sky. Just find comfortable positions for you. You can fidget and move as much as you want before you calm down. It's very important that you are comfortable in Shavasana. This is the pose which should take no effort at all. You should feel relaxed, comfortable, safe. Then your body will be able to observe all the benefits from the practice. We're gonna stay here for a couple more breaths. You can stay longer here if you wish. It's really nice to take enough time in Shavasana. For others, we're gonna start moving the fingers and the toes, slowly waking up our body. Take any movements you want. And only when you're ready, you're gonna bend into the knees and you're gonna fall towards the right side. Pause for a second. Be grateful for having this beautiful, healthy body. And then apply pressure into your left palm and come into seated position. Excellent. We're gonna come into seated position. As I mentioned, I have loads of ants everywhere. I don't want to hurt them. So I keep pushing them away from my mat. We're gonna bring the palms together and we're gonna seal this practice together. Namaste. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you enjoyed this practice. It was a little bit more, I wouldn't say more challenging, it was just more requiring a little bit more of strength and kind of that peacefulness in your mind as well to stay in the positions a little bit longer. But this is a wonderful practice to practice when you want to build your strength. So you don't have complicated poses. It's very familiar poses, and it's a very nice practice, as I mentioned, to do maybe once a week, just to kind of to come back to basics and stay there a little bit longer. As always, if you have any requests or comments, please leave them below the video and I will get back to you as soon as possible. And I hope to see you on my channel soon. Bye!